Hey you guys, in this video I wanted to talk about getting weird stares from both sexes. So getting weird stares from um, men and women all alike, and also the enemies increasing on semen retention, and in general just on this spiritual journey. And when you have made up your mind to be faithful to your conscience, it is the same as what the philosopher of Germany said. His name is Immanuel Kant, and that person said, there's this one thing that amazes me all of the time, that is the shining stars in the sky, and another thing is the moral rules. That is, in other words, a man's conscience. And you people will realize, and I realize, that it is the same thing that is just repeated in history, is that majority of the population of this world, just in every time frame of history, the majority of population, they suppress the truth, whether it be a more subjective and personal type of truth, and whether it be some objective and scientific truth. Always more people ignore and more people suppress the truth rather than humbly accept it. So I find this to be human nature, which is good or evil. All people want other people to be like himself. I will elaborate on this. So in the context of the Bible, Jesus taught his disciples, and ultimately Jesus taught us people how to pray. That is the Lord's Prayer, right? And Jesus said, you should pray like this when you pray. And that is, in other words, you should be like me. And in other cases, in the case of Apostle Paul, when he was in a trial, and he was investigated by people of power, like emperors and generals. Those type of people were investigating Apostle Paul in front of a big crowd. And once he said, apart from me being handcuffed, I want every single one here to be just like me. Yeah, that was from the mouth of the Apostle Paul. And that is the same as when Jesus taught people about the Lord's Prayer. In essence, those two good people wanted other people to be like themselves. And this is applied the same to the evil people. You know, in the Gospel of John, chapter 1, it is written that people who are in the darkness did not like the light, did not accept the light, because They did not want their evil deeds to be exposed. So that is to say, evil people, wicked people, and people, every person that suppresses the truth being subjective, personal, or truth being objective, whatever the case may be, the evil people that do not like the truth, they want other people to be like them too. So this, I find this to be a human nature. That is why, because they don't want their evil thoughts and evil imaginations to be exposed to others. Hence, they want other people to be evil just like them. So I applied this to why, I will make another video on how I met a spiritual enemy, and this particular person is a minister. He's a religion guy, like a pastor, and there's this episode that I will take another time to make a separate video on. And anyways, I find myself in situations where I have conflict with people. It is very interesting, and I have learned huge amount of things, huge amount of spiritual lessons through encountering enemies. It was in some short situations and relatively longer situations. It was in every form, really. Yeah. And I'm not skipping the part that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, that I said getting weird stares from both women and men. You'll find out, and you will understand what I'm talking about if you've been practicing semen retention for some amount of time. Most people have never seen anyone like you. Like, really, I'm speaking the truth. When a person is to indulge in his lowest, basest instincts, that is to just jerk off in front of internet porn and all kinds of provocative images, GIFs and videos, like nudity, that we very well know that is just common in this world. Go look up the pictures of rapper Roddy Ricch and the pictures of Khamzat Chimaev, the UFC fighter. They have this certain type of eyes that are like the eyes of an animal, and I find these men's eyes to be very fascinating. And even though they, in the case of Khamzat Chimaev, he comes from an Islamic background, and in the rapper Roddy Ricch's case, he supposedly he came from the hood, the ghetto places, and where violence was very very common, like shooting and people selling drugs and doing drugs and stuff. But in the scriptures, and especially in Revelations chapter 19 and chapter 1, it reads that Jesus, I prefer to say Yeshua's eyes are like a flame in a fire. And what about Genesis chapter 1? It reads that we human beings are created in the image of God. Yeshua is God. So us humans are created in the image of Yeshua, whose eyes are like flame. And I find that same type of flame in rapper the rapper Roddy Ricch's eyes and UFC fighter Hamza Chimaev's eyes. So this is my conclusion and my point of view, but I reckon this to be just very true. I don't think I'm wrong. You know, many religious people, many churchgoers, you know, it does not even have to do with a person being good looking or ugly. It is not even related to that. A, you know, and some Asian people have, some East Asian people like myself, some of them have really tiny eyes, and it doesn't even matter because some people with very tiny eyes, they still have this same type of flame in their eyes. I think that has to do with conscience. When a person keeps ignoring the voice from within, which is namely his conscience, the same person loses his flame in his eyes. Yeah, this was about all I wanted to say in this video, and I hope that you guys made sense of this as best as possible. Although I've been jumping around various different subjects. This might have sounded not too cohesive, but still I hope that this made some sense to you guys, and still I hope that this video was somewhat helpful to you guys and gave you guys some insight. So yeah, I will really make another video on encountering spiritual enemies very frequently. I will do a specific episode time later soon. Thanks for watching. Bye guys. My name is King David, and in my channel we talk about semen retention, temperance, self-improvement, and spiritual growth. And I will take another time to talk about 18 hours of intermittent fasting a day. This thing too. Bye guys, I love you, and stay strong, and always resist the devil and he will flee from you. God bless, and may Yeshua be with you always. Amen and amen. Peace.